podcast number 2 with Salamanca. November 24th, 1971. A man buys a one-way ticket. He boards Northwest Orient Flight 305 carrying nothing but a black briefcase. Before the flight lands, he calmly tells a flight attendant, "I have a bomb." He demands $200,000 for parachutes and no tricks. Hours later, the passengers are safe. The money is delivered. The plane takes off once again. Then, somewhere over the dark forests of Washington, a man opens the rear stairs and disappears into the night. His body was never found. His parachute was never recovered. More than 50 years later, no one knows who D.B Cooper really was. Tonight, we reopen one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in FBI history. Welcome back to the investigation room. I'm Salamanca. Joining me tonight is Special Agent Thomas Reed, a former FBI investigator who spent years studying America's most famous unsolved skyjacking case. Agent Reed, after more than 50 years, who was D.B Cooper?
Thank you, Salamanca. That's exactly what the FBI wanted to know. But here's the first surprise. The man was never officially called D.B Cooper. He bought his ticket under the name Dan Cooper. A newspaper accidentally printed the wrong initials, and the name D.B Cooper became famous around the world.
So the world's most famous hijacker may have never used that name at all?
Exactly. And that's only the beginning. He wasn't loud. He wasn't nervous. He didn't threaten passengers. In fact, most people on the plane had no idea they were being hijacked.
That's hard to believe. How could someone hijack an airplane without causing panic?
Because he stayed remarkably calm. He ordered a bourbon and soda. He even paid for his drink. Then he quietly handed a folded note to a flight attendant named Florence Schaffner. At first, she thought he was just another passenger trying to flirt with her. She slipped the note into her purse without reading it.
But the man leaned closer and said something that changed everything.
He looked at her and calmly said, "Miss, you'd better read that note. I have a bomb." The note was short, clear, and terrifying. It said, "I have a bomb. Sit beside me. No funny business."
Did she believe him?
At first, she wasn't sure. Then Cooper quietly opened his briefcase. Inside, she saw red cylinders, wires, and what appeared to be a battery. Whether it was a real bomb, we still don't know.
But she couldn't take that risk.
Exactly. She immediately informed the cockpit. Within minutes, the pilots contacted air traffic control. Then, the FBI joined the operation.
What did Cooper want?
$200,000 in $20 bills, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting in Seattle. His instructions were simple: meet every demand, or people would die.
How did the authorities respond?
Surprisingly, they agreed. The FBI photographed every single banknote. They recorded every serial number. Because they believed, sooner or later, the money would lead them to Cooper.
So while the passengers waited, The investigation had already begun.
Exactly. But nobody expected what Cooper would do next.
Agent Reed. Let's stop right there. Imagine you're one of the investigators. A man jumps from a Boeing 727 at night during a storm, carrying $200,000. What are the chances he survives?
Almost everyone believed. 0. The weather was freezing. The rain was heavy. The wind was violent. And Cooper wasn't wearing proper skydiving equipment. Most investigators expected to recover a body within days. They never did.
So, the FBI launches the biggest manhunt in its history.
Exactly. Helicopters searched the forests. Ground teams searched rivers. Hundreds of agents followed every lead. Nothing. No body. No parachute. No briefcase. No Cooper.
Agent Reed. Years passed. The forests were searched. The rivers were searched. But Cooper was still missing. Did the FBI ever find a single piece of evidence?
Yes. And that's what makes this case so frustrating. In 1980, a young boy named Brian Ingram was playing along the Columbia River. Suddenly, he discovered 3 bundles of $20 bills buried in the sand.
The ransom money?
Exactly. Nearly $6,000. The serial numbers matched the ransom money given to Cooper. It was the first real breakthrough in almost 9 years.
That should have solved the case.
Instead, it created even more questions. How did the money get there? Did Cooper bury it himself? Did the river carry it there? Or did someone else place it there years later?
So even the strongest piece of evidence raised more questions than answers.
Exactly. The FBI interviewed more than 1,000 suspects. They examined fingerprints. They analyzed the tie Cooper left behind. They followed thousands of tips. But none of them could prove who he really was.
After decades of searching, the mystery was still alive. Agent Reed. After all these years, what do you think really happened to D.B Cooper?
Nobody knows for certain, but investigators have debated 3 main theories for decades.
Let's examine them.
Theory 1. Cooper never survived the jump. The weather was freezing. The terrain below was covered with forests. It was dark. He jumped carrying a heavy bag of cash. Many investigators believed the odds were simply against him.
And yet, no body was ever found.
Exactly. Which brings us to Theory 2. Cooper was an experienced military parachutist. He knew the Boeing 727 better than most people. He knew it was the only commercial aircraft that could safely lower its rear staircase during flight. Some believe he planned every detail long before he boarded the airplane.
A professional, not an ordinary criminal.
Possibly. Then there's Theory 3. Cooper escaped, changed his identity, and quietly lived the rest of his life. It's the theory many people find most fascinating. But there has never been enough evidence to prove it.
So after decades of investigation, the truth remains hidden.
Yes. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the active investigation. Not because the mystery was solved, but because every available lead had been exhausted. The case was closed. The mystery was not.
Before we close today's case, let's review today's advanced clues. 1. Hijacking. The illegal act of taking control of a vehicle, especially an airplane, by force or threat. 2. Ransom. Money demanded in exchange for the release of a person or property. 3. Parachute. A device that slows a person's fall through the air after jumping from an aircraft. 4. Evidence. Facts or objects that help prove whether something is true. 5. Suspect. A person believed to be involved in a crime, but not yet proven guilty. That concludes today's investigation. Thank you for joining us, Agent Reed.
It was an honor, Salamanca. Some mysteries are solved. Others become legends.
D.B Cooper disappeared into the night. But his story never disappeared. If you enjoy improving your English through real investigations, subscribe and join us for the next case. Until then, keep asking questions, follow the evidence, and remember, not every mystery wants to be solved.